Hello Thoreau Park, welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. This is our virtual open house that we're doing now in the days of pandemic. So a lot of things I want to get through real quick just to kind of let you guys know how we are still here for you. Some things we have in place to make things a little safer. Our priorities during this unprecedented times are first and foremost the safety of our students and staff. Second is making sure everybody is feeling good about themselves, so their social emotional health. And then third is instruction. I always like to talk about my beliefs as principle, and those beliefs are the following. First is that all students want to learn, all students are going to learn. Part of our job is to make sure that they learn the right things. All students have gifts and talents. Part of our job is to make sure we find and use those gifts and talents. All staff that are here, they're here because they love students and they want to work with students. And of course, all parents want a better life for them, for their students, than they have for themselves. So those four beliefs will guide our teaching and learning, regardless of whether we're in person or whether we're doing distance learning. So things are going to be a little bit different during the pandemic. So a couple things that we're going to be doing differently in the building. When you come in the front door just like normal. We will have some plexiglass barriers set up to make sure that everybody's staying safe. There will also be a sanitation station that is located here, but it's not set up yet, but it is coming. And instead of going into the office like you normally would, we're going to ask that most guests come here to the window, and you would get most of your business done through the window here. And if you need to go beyond that, then we will certainly get you where you need to go in a safe manner.
Hi Thoreau Park Panthers, it's Mr. Keating, the Dean of Students. I'm here to go over our positive behavior intervention supports matrix and expectations with you, and also review with you our rules of the road policy. This is a copy of our positive behavior interventions and support matrix that we go over with the boys and girls every year. We have students are respectful, responsible, and ready to learn. Just because we are not in the building, we will also be having something like this for at-home purposes. There's going to be a distance learning matrix that your teachers will be going over with you the first few weeks of school, and Mr. Bickley and I will go over with parents as we begin the new school year. So look for this to come home in your opening packets. As a reminder, boys and girls, we will be following the rules of the road when we come back to Thoreau Park in-person learning. Remember that we walk on the right side of the yellow line. We walk around the blue boxes so that we do not get hit by a door when it opens, and we stop at the red line to make sure there's nobody walking past us.
Hi, Mrs. Catalano here, welcoming you back to the school year. I am the home liaison here at Thoreau Park, and in my role I can help support students while they're in school or out of school. I support families and I support staff with different resources, with different referrals that are available to anyone who may need them. I'd like to explain a little bit about our second step curriculum. It is a classroom-based social emotional learning program that helps students identify their own feelings, other people's feelings, and the way to cope with those feelings that they're having. It is adopted through the Parma City School District as part of the curriculum, so the teachers will be able to teach it remotely, and once the students are back, they will be getting it in the classroom.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Casey, first grade teacher at Thoreau Park. I'd like to welcome you back to a new school year. This year for sure is going to be very different for all of us involved. One format that we will be using for a way of delivering instruction is the Google Classroom platform. That platform will allow us to interact with you, the parent, the student, to deliver instruction and provide feedback. Many things will be different this year, but one thing is for sure. Even if we are remote, we will still work together to motivate and inspire and love our students, even from afar.
My name is Mrs. Smith, and I'm the second grade intervention specialist. I'm here at Thoreau Park. One of the other platforms we'll be using throughout these 9 weeks is going to be our Screencastify. Our Screencastify will allow me, the teacher, or your child's teacher, to record their screen and explain lessons to either your students or your individual child. These videos will then be linked up to our Google Classroom, where your child or you as a parent could view these videos at your leisure. They'll be there for us throughout the quarter, so you can go back and revisit those videos if you would like to revisit a concept or go back over for further explanation. One of the other platforms we'll be using too is called a Remind app. This Remind app, some of you are already familiar with it. It's an app that you could download onto your phone. It serves as a communication tool between your between your child's teacher and yourself. The best feature about this is the information is private. The messages aren't shared with anybody else in the classroom, and the phone numbers are also kept safe. And you don't need to share your phone number as well. So again, we're excited to welcome your children back on September 8th.
All right, I want to thank everybody for watching our virtual open house. We are very excited to welcome your students back to school in whatever way that looks. A couple quick announcements coming soon. There will be a packet and material pickup for families, so be on the lookout for that. That happens sometime in the first week of September. And then the robocalls that I normally do on Saturdays will be starting on Saturday, the last Saturday in August. So if you do not get that, make sure you call the main office and update your information so that you do get those robocalls that has lots of information in there. But again, we are very excited to welcome your students back in whatever way, shape, or form that is, and we're going to do our very best to make sure they get the best education possible. Thank you.